Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video that looked into Airwalker. We've already posted 2 videos today, so this is probably the final video of today. And we're going to go over just my thoughts and opinions on the champion, things I liked, things I didn't like, and just bring it together with a bit of footage on top, showcasing just everything that I've found with this champion from going from fight to fight. Airwalker is a persistent charge-ish based champion. You do go from fight to fight. After 2 fights, he becomes more viable. He's a great champion that is, even if unawakened, is still good. Unless you want to expose yourself or kind of do more on the Dark Tide Debuff front, which isn't the be-all and end-all, but can be quite helpful, especially if you want to pair up some things with cross-fight ability. And for those that are curious what the Dark Tide debuff does, well, it reduces block proficiency, acts better when it comes to direct damage for those champions that have a higher attack rating. So if you go up against a high attack rating like taken into Abyss of Legends, then it's going to function better based on the interaction of base level of attack for the debuff damage you'll do. A really good explanation about all the Dark Tides and crossfight stuff can be found in the deep dive, which the links are in the description down below. The champion is a pretty solid new addition, but it does require you to work hard in the fights. And would I say this is like an endgame type champion or endgame content grinding champion? I don't know if it's really there. There are elements of high damage output, which are only after the first 2 fights have been completed, that would pinpoint some viability, but not in a case of going, this will be super sustainable, or it's a case I'd want to do loads of damage. I think Airwalker is the complete quester, at least from a point of assisting a team. Those Dark Tide debuffs do help out a lot, and especially with that crossfight ability. Right on the bottom here, you can see the way that it would help out others or help out the interaction with others. So the various different classes there show different kind of interaction. So if you go up against a skill, critical rating is reduced. Science, non-damaging debuffs have minus 25% ability accuracy, etc, etc. This champion for me does feel like it is a champion of build, quick to build, or ramp up its potency. But then it's the point of saying, is this going to be a champion you want to take into endgame content, like Labyrinth or Abyss? I'm sure some would say yes. For me personally, I wouldn't really be that interested. I would love to get this champion to clear a lot of quests, and in particular a lot of stuff in Act 6, as I do feel there's some viability there. Now, one of my favourite ways to play the champion is on screen at the moment. The way that first of all you build up to an SP3 and then you get the Power Cosmic. From that Power Cosmic you get so many things that positive abilities on you. And also, when you do a heavy attack, or you charge a heavy attack, you're able to spam from that a special attack of nice amount of damage. It can vary depending on the champion you're using. I've been using a 565 because at the end of the day, that is more believable that you would get that first rather than getting it second, although a 6-star version would slay. Of course it would slay. I also wanted to check out whether I could get the champion up to a 2nd SP3 to get double the amount of Galactus powers, but unfortunately that's not the case. It seems to be capped out that you can only reach an SP2 and you're pushing towards the back, and it looks like it's going to be you can do another SP3, but you can't. So yeah, I tried that out with the power gain synergy, so there are romance synergies, as you can see far left hand corner. So a bit annoying that I can't double up the extent of damage, but yeah, there's also the other method of just going after the SP3 parry and then heavy attack, parry heavy attack, and you can do a really sweet amount of damage with that. So I kind of recommend those ways of playing if you want to, after 3 fights, really spamming the extent of damage you can do. My personal thoughts towards Airwalker is he's a good champion. There's some good viability for questing. I don't know if it's endgame content, but Suicide Masteries will give better numbers when it comes to damage output through special attacks. Well, let's face it, at the end of the day, with that Suicide Masteries, it's very much on the attack. So you're going to see higher numbers for those that will be running Suicide Masteries for this particular champion. I like the Dark Tide debuff. I like the way that it can interact with other players on your team. Not so good against Mystics, which is a given because of the class disadvantage. But there is good amount of damage there for me to go, yeah, it's a good champion. It's not like Terex, which builds power the same way that you can do that with Silver Surfer. But to me, it's like I would personally feel this is how I wanted Silver Surfer to be on a damage point of view. Not to say there's nothing against Silver Surfer, it's just after 3 fights, the persistent nature to it, it feels like it's more rewarding, it seems like it's more in tune with Galactus, and it seems like how it really, well, a good fit, nevertheless. Great champion. Don't know if it really needs to be awakened, but still Dark Tide debuffs do a good amount of damage per tick, more so if you're going up against high attack champions. So yeah, I would say it's got debuffs, it's got high amounts of damage output. So yeah, good champion. In any case, that has been a video. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some recent content up here. A couple of videos posted today. Check out some other content down here for Rich's Realm. I'll probably be posting either today or tomorrow a bit of a dissection of the trailer for Marvel Realm of Champions, some further thoughts, some further dissection of the trailer itself by screen. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.